So what's good, homies? What's good? It's your man, Dr. BOA, man. We up in the joint, man. Appreciate y'all being in the joint, man. Alpha Sphere, stand up. Green Label Gang, what's good, man? Flames, what's up, famo? Good to see you in the building, man. All the brothers in the building. Markel, a little 10 toes. Abu, what's good, man? Quay, what's up, homie? Jacob, what up? Dave, what up, man? Easy B, I see you, man. Stan, what up? What Hammer, what's good? Fitz, see you, homie. G Brown, what up? See who else up in the joint, man. AJ, what's good, homie? Mr. O, what up? Kazan, what's up, man? What's up, man? Salute to you. Stan, welcome to the Green Label Gang. Welcome to the Alpha family, man. 9 times, I see you, homie. What's good? Medinator, what's up? I see you in here, man. Main Wonder, appreciate the 2 bone tuition. Salute to you, man. Chris, what up, homie? King Abraham, I see you, bro. What Hammer? Appreciate the 2 bones, man. Loves procreation on drugs. It stunts me in growth, yeah, man. Abu, man, appreciate the two bones, man. See the homie Bun Joe up in here. All right, let's get ready to do it, man. I appreciate everybody being in the joint. Alan Works, what's good? Donovan Wood, I see you. Tone, what up? MPI, what up? Fox Trot, what's up, man? Appreciate y'all brothers being in the building, man. So today we're going to chop it up about something, man, that we don't get an opportunity to talk about it too much. But we're going to talk about it, man. And we're going to talk about 10 reasons. 10 phenomenal reasons, as a matter of fact. Loving a woman is beta male Simp Mangina move with no positive outcomes. Now, first things first. When you think about women, you have to understand that they grow in levels. And with every level, there's positives and negatives, pros and cons. But there are never more pros than cons. Whenever you deal with a woman, there's always more cons than pros, especially when you're dealing with the modern Americanized woman. She simply overvalues herself and puts too much value on herself. Anytime you put more value on yourself than you're actually worth, you automatically come with more cons than pros. Because you're going to present yourself as if you deserve more than you actually deserve. And that's one of the greatest drawbacks with the average American woman. She thinks she brings more value to your life than she actually brings. So what happens is she doesn't give and contribute what she needs to compensate for what she doesn't bring, because what she doesn't bring, she actually believes she does bring it. So if I tell you owe me $50 and you in your mind tell yourself you already paid me my $50, I'm going to have to whoop you to get my $50 because you ain't going to pay me, because in your mind, you've already paid. Or in your mind, you've done something else that negates that $50. Let's say you run me to the shop to pick up my car. You may say, okay, I don't owe you them 50 bones. We even because I took you to the shop to pick your whip up. And now we got a problem. See what I'm saying? And that's why all these relationships have these problems. Archer Engineer, appreciate the dime, homie. Appreciate the dime. Dr. B.O., salute to you, bro. Salute. Secondly, social media has exposed women to the... See, women didn't have any idea how many simps were out here before. They only had access to the simps in their immediate lives. And simps are spread out all over the world. Simps are all over the place. But if a woman don't go nowhere but to work, at home, and to the hair salon, and to the grocery store, and most places she goes, ain't a bunch of simps there. At work, that's her place. Social media came and let women know that instead of just having those 2 men at the job who are going to compete for your attention, there's 2,000 men who will compete for your attention. Man, there are women with 1 million followers, man, on IG, man, and I ain't never heard of them a day in my life. You ain't never heard of them a day in your life. There's women on there, man, with 150, 200,000 followers, man, and they don't do nothing but put pictures up. They've never done anything to be notable online except that. How did she get 200,000 subscribers? Because now 200 million men have access to her on social media. So the sheer number of beta male Simp Manginas out here gives women more options than they ever knew they had. Think about how women used to act when they didn't know they had all of these options. Now, with all of these options, with men signing up for a site that tells a woman, because I'm on this site, I will pay you to spend time with me. Now think about all the women who are willing to spend time with a man for a happy meal or just to go out to dinner. Now there's a man who's telling her, if you make an arrangement with me, I'll give you $5,000 a month. I'll pay you a $60,000 a year salary if you'll just come see me when I want you to come see me. That level of simping has opened up to these women. If you notice, as social media grew in popularity, so did the need to have the BBL or the Brazilian butt lifts. All of these different surgeries that women are starting to have, man, it came with the growth of social media because they realized that, okay, if you live in the hood, then all you have access to is hood dudes. But if you get online, the way social media, you have access to all races and nationalities of men all over the world. You cannot expect a woman to buy into what she needs to buy into, the process of the progress of a relationship with one man when she has many options. She will not sacrifice what she needs to sacrifice if she has all of those options. So you're putting yourself in a lose-lose situation when you enter into one of these type of situations with the modern American woman, man. And let's talk about feminism right quick. First of all, feminism ain't real. Let's nip that in the bud. Feminism is an idea that women have. It doesn't work, doesn't improve anything for them. Women got more rights and are able to do more things for the same reason that slaves got more rights and were able to do more things. For the same reason that Jim Crow kind of eased up. Because you know what? The society at large, the government, the powers that be, realize that they can make more money if they include everyone in the money-making process. When they realize that, okay, we can inflate the cost to go to college. You notice as more women got more rights in their minds, they believe they had more rights, so they pursued more things. The cost to go to college skyrocketed. You know why? Because they knew that a woman would pay $100,000 to get a degree. Before women were going to college like this, they couldn't charge man $100,000 for a degree. Cats was going to college, man, getting degrees, man, for $3,000 a semester. Maybe at one point, maybe $3,000 a year. $12,000 degree. Now these chicks coming out with one degree, man, with $70,000 in debt. 2 degrees, man, they're coming out with $150,000 in student loan debt. More women than men have that because at a certain point, men are going to do a cost risk analysis and we're just not going to do it as much. We're just not going to do it as much. We'll find a better way. Now, so feminism doesn't exist. I use the term feminist just because it's a popular term. It don't mean nothing. That's just the type of woman you need to avoid because she's the most confused woman you're ever going to meet. And that's one of the main things that it does to the modern American woman. It makes her confused. She's confused about her role. She's confused about your role. She's confused about her responsibility. She's confused about your responsibility. She's confused about positioning. She's confused about everything. Now, let's nip this in the bud. A woman will only marry a man based on provisionary propensity, his ability to provide. Matter of fact, not his ability to provide, his propensity to provide. So that's where that potential thing come in. A woman ain't gonna marry you based on potential. She gonna marry you based on your propensity to be a long-term provider. Because propensity means you have clear enough vision for her to see the path to you being that type of provider. So in reality, you really don't even want a woman who would marry you if you don't have provisionary propensity. Because looking at you as a man, the only way a woman would think you don't have provisionary propensity is if you're not providing for yourself. And if you're not providing for yourself, you don't want no woman who would marry you and add herself to your financial responsibility when you're already struggling to make it on your own. That woman will do anything to manipulate you or to take advantage of you or to get herself taken care of. She'll drive you to the dirt. Man, I know men work 2 full-time jobs and talk about I do this so she can look good. For who? She ain't looking good for you. If you working 2 full-time jobs, your bride ain't looking good for you. You dressing her up for somebody else, homie. Somebody else come through and knock stuff in that head, make a muffin while you up going to work. I'm telling you. You ain't got no time for it. You ain't got no energy for it. And you ain't got no dominance for it. And then a man will turn around and marry a woman for love. If you marry a woman for love, she better be in a patriarchal society where there are rules and stipulations in place where if she does a certain thing or has a certain type of harlot behavior, there's punishment from the society. The society has to back your ability to dominate your woman. Women hate that term. Modern American women hate that term, dominate, but if they're not dominated, man, then they will be all over the place. I mean, they'll be all over the place. Because a woman who is not being dominated or controlled will feel like anything she wants to do can be done. That's why she can make $300,000 a year and still be living check to check. Because nobody's there to help her manage. To manage her. Not help her manage. No one's there to manage her income. And besides, if you marry a woman for love, man, you marrying a woman with blinders on. If you marry a woman because you love a man, you going in blind. Love is blind. It will blind you, homie. Love blinds you to what a woman is capable of. It blinds you to what a woman might do, and even more sadistically, it blinds you to what a woman is doing. It blinds you to what man to have you doing all kind of things. I've met several guys, man, who've hired private investigators. I met guys who had their homies telling their woman, man. I met guys who rode around tell their own woman to see where she was going. See, by the time you need that, then you know that love has blinded you, because by the time you get a private investigator, let me tell you something, homie. You don't get a private investigator to prove that to you. You get a private investigator to validate what you already know. The only thing a private investigator is going to give you, man, is details about what you already know. Just details. Robert Davis, appreciate the 5 bones, man. Whit say, appreciate the 5 bones, homie. Appreciate y'all brothers with the support, man. So when you meet a woman, man, she got student loan debt. You balling, you getting money. You know what I'm saying? You may not be the richest guy, but you get money and you maintain it, and you got your credit score right, man, because you knocked out your bills and you're building your credit, man. You got everything straight, man. And now you take on a woman who is bringing in more student loan debt than you have debt combined. And then she want to come in and tell me the 50-50 relationship. See, the 50-50 relationship concept is an Americanized concept. In a 50-50 relationship, a woman truly believes she brings as much value to a situation as you do. Nothing she could do makes up just for the provision and protection, the guidance. See, here's the thing about provision and protection. As a man, you're going to take care of things. And when those things aren't taken care of, you're going to take the responsibility of making sure those things get taken care of. That's what you're going to do. She's not going to do that. Time get hard, a woman going to bail the hell out. But that's just her nature. That doesn't make her bad. She's not supposed to do what you're going to do. But in America, these women want to act like they will do what you're going to do. They won't. They won't, man. Times get rough, man. Woman going to bail out, man. If she don't bail out, she going to be relying on some other dude for some man. Man, your wife can be selling herself to another man and you won't even know it. You love her now. Don't forget, love has you blind. And they slick. Man, let me tell you something, boy. A woman's so slick that she'll be coming in smelling like another man, and you won't even know it, because when she first met him, she asked him what kind of cologne he was wearing. She already knew she was going to be getting with him. He asked him what kind of cologne he was wearing. Bought you some of the same cologne. I'll never let no woman buy no cologne for me, man. You understand? Unless now, if she already knows the fragrances that I like, that's something different. She got to already be in my wheelhouse, but she can't just come in the house with nothing. Tell my man, I want to smell you. I want to smell this on you. Now, I already have a collection, and whatever I'm wearing, I just gauge what a woman says about, man, how, if I'm wearing something that really arouses a woman, then I know for that woman, this is the fragrance. Then if I'm wearing something else and it arouses another one, then I know that for that woman, this is her fragrance. But as far as a woman just stocking up my cologne tray, man, with everything she want, nah, man. No. Because a woman will come right in, man, and buy you a cologne, man, that another dude wearing the show. Whenever she smell like it, you don't care. She'll tell you anything. I had on your shirt, or it smells so good on you that I spray a little bit on myself just so I can think about you all day. Oh, baby, that's so lovely. That's so lovely, baby. My baby's so good to me, man. I love you, baby. My pretty little baby. And there's nothing you can do to keep me away from you. You go right into that. Because when you're in love with a broad, man, anything she tells you makes sense, even when it don't make sense. Even when it don't make sense. And so that's why you have to make sure that you stick to your guns about what you want in a woman. Let me tell you something. If you set what you want in a woman and stick to it, you're going to eliminate, man, 80 to 85% of Americanized women anyway. If you stick to it. The problem is too many men are telling you to compromise. Why are we going to compromise? It's our way or no way. It's our way or no way. What are we going to compromise for if it's our way or no way? If it's my way or no way, what's the compromise? I ain't compromising nothing. Nothing. I ain't compromising nothing for no brown, cuz. A woman meet me, she got to be off social media. If she on I don't care if she just on there scrolling, looking. I don't care what she doing on there. She got to be off social media. I'm not gonna let no woman get close to me, man. If she on social media. I've said this forever, and I will not let a woman get close to me, man. If she on social media. I don't care how she on there. She don't need to be on TikTok. She don't need to be on none of that. She don't need to be on Facebook. She don't need to be on IG. She don't need to be on none of that. And if she can't do that, fine. I'm not saying that she needs to make an adjustment for me. I'm saying that if she's doing that, she's not the woman for me. She ain't got to change. And there ain't no woman got to do nothing. I'm just telling you the eliminating factors. Some of these factors are eliminating factors. Like we say about a woman with a child. She got a kid, man. What am I gonna do with a woman with a kid? A woman with a kid, man, has to be so phenomenal in every other area, man. You know how phenomenal she got to be in every other area? She has got to be perfect in every other area. Her one imperfection has to be that kid. And here's the problem. A woman who's got a kid and she's not with the father of her kid, she has other imperfections. She has some emotional issues. She has some emotional damage. She has some mental scars. Not to mention whatever carrying and delivering that baby might have done to her physically. See, we're not going to be making all these compromises, man. That's just not what we're going to do. We're not going to make the compromises. We're not going to take the compromises. We're not going to do any of that. And I mean that, man. Justin Greer, appreciate the dub. Blessing, brother. Salute to you, Justin. Bodyguard Ace Fitness, man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate the 5. I have 3 cents that I personally use. My woman and my best friend both love how they smell on me, but ultimately I picked them out. Yeah, that's the thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I got a few, man. Let's see, man. I still rock an Issey Miyagi, man. I got a Dolce & Gabbana light blue, Gucci Guilty. And there's one more, man, that I wear every now and then, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I rock a Diesel, which is that's kind of like my hard body fragrance, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm about to just go do something, you know what I'm saying? If I'm about to go do something random, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't never dressed when I wear the Diesel, man. And there's a couple of other ones, man, that I got, man, that I really break out just on special occasion. Like if I'm gonna travel out of town on business, man. I got a couple, but I choose not to disclose those, man. But they're phenomenal. They are phenomenal fragrances, man. Cloudy Gaming, appreciate the $7 Canuck bucks. Thank you for sharing such great knowledge with us. As a young black man, your content It's made me change the way I view the world. Salute to you, bro. I appreciate it. Appreciate the support. MPI, appreciate the dime. I stopped liking come in and sending DMs all because of you and AMS content. I used to simp on social media. I didn't know I was simping. No more free validation. And you know what, man? And that's a major thing, man. We got to stop with that free validation, man. All men need to stop with that free validation, man. Jacob B, appreciate the super sticker, bro. That free validation that's another thing that's causing the modern American woman to that like they're becoming lazy lovers. Why? Because they can get the feeling. You know, a woman lives in a fantasy world, so she can manufacture a real feeling attached to those likes. She can really believe that men see her however they want to. Those likes just come from you showing your body, but in her mind, those men want to marry her. In her mind, those men love her. In her mind, those men think she's a dime. In her mind, those men think she's a queen. In her mind, those men think she's wifey material. In her mind, those men think she'll make a good mother. In her mind, those men can think whatever she want to think. That like means he likes me in whatever way I want him to like me. That's how the modern woman thinks. That's how she views social media validation. And that's why the modern Americanized woman is off limits to the alpha king, because she doesn't understand what value is. And therefore, you trying to tell her what value is isn't going to work, because true value is hard to create. You can't create it just by posting a pic. You can't create it just by sending a good morning text. You understand what I'm saying? And the modern woman is lazy when it comes to those things. And a lot of them have already given all of those things to unworthy men. A lot of women you meet, man, especially as they get older, they have already given the best of themselves to other men. And here's the thing about giving the best of yourself for a man or a woman. If you give the best of yourself to someone who's unworthy and doesn't reciprocate any positive energy for you giving the best of yourself, you lose that ability to give the best of yourself. You lose it. But you can only give the best of yourself to one person, two people tops. After two people, you can no longer give the best of yourself. You know why? Because the best of yourself is gone. The best of yourself is gone. Women don't understand the value of certain things. Like a woman doesn't understand the value of giving you, of her first child being yours. She don't understand that. They sure don't understand the value of you being her first sexual encounter. They don't understand that value. They don't care about that value. They're not raised to respect that value. Their mama didn't respect that value. Their grandmama didn't respect that value. They are not raised to believe that that is what it's supposed to be. And so we as men, if you want a wife in this society, you got to make so many compromises and concessions that you're just marrying some old woman. You ain't got no wife. It takes more than a ring and a wedding song to make her a wife, boy. I'm telling you that. It takes more than wedding bells to make her a wife, man. And that's real, man. See, let me tell y'all something. Once you start getting to the money in this society, you just shouldn't be thinking about marrying a woman. You shouldn't be thinking about it. Because if you get her with money, you're not going to be able to keep her. Because if you marry her and you got her with money, she's not going to stay, because after a while, she can leave and still get the money. She can leave and have the money. She ain't got to stay with you to get the money. Listen, she can stay with you and have access to the lifestyle, or she can leave you and get half of the money and everything else. Why you think these NBA, man, listen, all the NBA players who are married, their wives want to have a residence in California. No matter how high the taxes get in California, no matter how much the smog and pollution rises, no matter how much the homelessness rises, even with the wildfires, no matter what happens out there, those women want a residence out there in California. And during the off season of any of those sports, you know what they do? And you know the off season is about 8 to 9 months for every sport. Off season about 8 to 9 months. See what I'm saying? How many weeks is the like the NFL? I think they're gonna be like something crazy, like 17 games this year. But You got 4 weeks. And every now and then they throw in that Thursday game and that Saturday game, so everybody has that Sunday game, so everybody has at least 1 week where they play a couple of games. So it gets down to, let's say, 16 weeks. 16 weeks, that's 4 months. That leaves 8 months for the offseason. Let's say you go into the postseason. Postseason lasts about a month. Okay, you got 7 months. 7 months, that's the majority of the year. You're living in California. The divorce is going to take place in California. That way, she's going to get half, and then you can do about it. You're going to get half. You see what I'm saying? So when you really think about it, if you get her with the money, if you get her because of the money, then you ain't safe. You got to live that happy life, happy wife thing. Shout out to the homie AMS. You got to live that happy life, happy wife thing. If that ain't no way for a real man to live, I'm not finna wake up every day, man, worrying about no broad happy. She better be happy. I paid the cost to be the boss. She got this amazing lifestyle. She driving something she can't drive by herself. She living somewhere she can't live by herself. She's protected in the way she can't protect herself. And I'm supposed to be talking about waking up every day, man, trying to make sure she's happy on top of all that? Hell no. She better trying to make sure I'm happy, man. And that's the problem. You're not going to get that in the States. And let me tell y'all something, man. It's not because these women are bad. It's because they've been raised to be this way. Generations have been raised this way. Generations have been raised this way. And that's just the reality of it, man. And then a lot of time, wherever these guys play at, man, when they come to professional sports, wherever they play at, they just go play there. You know what I'm saying? A lot, man, you'll be surprised how many of these guys be gone. Their wife don't even live in the same state as they play in. Some of these guys, their actual home is in California, and man, they go play. Let's say they go play in Cleveland. Man, they don't even live in Cleveland, or they play in Dallas. They don't even live in Dallas. Tony, appreciate the 5 bones, man. Talk that talk, Doc. Spit flame. Salute to you, bro. I keep forgetting to put y'all up on the screen, man. Sid, appreciate the dub. Markel, she's my queen to be. Samurai Will. Samurai Will, appreciate the 5. I'm realizing that abiding by God's word literally makes it impossible to compromise for a woman. Literally makes it impossible to compromise for a woman. And the crazy thing is, man, they try. They try to get you to compromise, man. They try to get you to compromise. Man, let me tell you something, bro. With me, I live a great life. So if a woman is in my life, she's gonna have access to some things that are part of my life if she's around me. You understand what I'm saying? And I look at it like this, man. It's only money. I ain't finna trick off on no broad or kick off on no broad in there. But if I'm going to do some fly shit with me, man, she gonna have an amazing time. She gonna do something fly. You know what I'm saying? If I'm eating somewhere fly, she gonna eat somewhere fly. If I'm staying somewhere fly on vacation, she gonna stay somewhere fly. You know what I'm saying? If I'm out on a yacht on vacation, she gonna be out on a yacht on vacation. If I'm on the island, she gonna be on the island. She gonna be doing whatever I'm doing if she's blessed enough to be with me. But do you know that the average American woman, nothing is ever enough for her? It doesn't matter what it is. Nothing is ever enough for her because somewhere along the line, they have been told that they deserve any and everything they want just because they showed up. I tell you, men, all the time, you give her inch, she want 2. You give her 2, she want 3. You give her a driver like she want to fly a fighter jet in the military. So in America, trying to be the perfect husband and give a woman the perfect life is crazy. You're never going to be able to do it because nothing is enough. Nothing is enough for her. So anytime you go overboard and keep trying to make things right for her, or keep, baby, what's wrong with you, baby? I just want to make it right. No, I just want to make it right, baby. Whatever it takes, blah, blah, blah. I just want you to be happy. Man, let me tell you something. A woman's happiness should be of none of your concern. Because here's the thing. A woman can't make me happy. My life is already filled with joy. It ain't that she can do to bring me no happiness. And you know what? Ain't nothing I can do to bring her none either. If you got to make a woman happy, that means she ain't happy. If you already happy, why I got to make you happy? You're happy already. I'm not going to take away from your happiness. If you're happy, you're going to be happy. I ain't going to take away from it. My presence is going to add to it. Promise you that. But I'm not going to make you happy. Man, let me tell you something. If a woman tell you she just look for somebody to make her happy, you better flee the scene. Let's go to school, man. I'm tired of them lights reflecting off my eyes, man. So if a woman's going to tell you that, brothers, you got to keep in mind, man, that a woman going to tell you whatever she wants you to hear, man, or whatever she thinks you want to hear. But 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a bunch of bull, man. It ain't going to be nothing worth focusing on. It ain't going to be nothing worth talking about. It ain't going to be nothing worth noticing. It ain't going to be none of that, man. It's going to be some bull. And it's going to be something that you ain't got no business even worrying about, man. Eventually, you're going to tire of trying to bring joy to a woman's life. Because here's the problem. If that woman really is lacking joy in her life, she's going to drain yours. She's going to drain yours, man. Women are leeches for satisfaction. Women are leeches for pleasure. Women are leeches for happiness and joy, prosperity. And in this modern society, they are taught that their job is to extract whatever they can from whatever source, whatever host. Modern society and understanding of women in America has made them parasitic. They come into your life and just drain. They come into your life and just sift things out and siphon things away from your life, man. And you're having such a good time enjoying yourself so much. Because, ain't no booty like new booty. Now, here you are. You got you a new cutie with a new booty, and, man, she draining you dry. And by the time you realize it, you caught up. You caught up. You are reliant on her presence in your life because you have built your life around her presence. You have built your life around the things that you think she brings to your life. You have built your life around the things that you think she provides to your life. You have built your life around the things that you think have value based on her estimation of what value is. You already had 2 whips. Now you got 4 whips out in the yard. She can't even drive that good. You shouldn't trust her. Ain't no whip, but you got 2 for her. You done met this woman and you done bought her a whip. She been driving this little old bitty car. Now you done bought her a whip big enough for her kid with another dude. How come that dude didn't buy her no whip for his kid? You took her kid out of public school, put her kid in private school with your money. Well, how come the dude didn't put the kid in the private school? You came in, paid off her student loan, man, and she ain't even in the field that she got the degree in. How come somebody else didn't pay off her student loans? You're taking on women in your life who ain't even got their stuff together. So, yeah, and let me tell y'all something. When I say you're not just resigned to American women. And we'll talk about that tomorrow. That's tomorrow's show. When you become the most out version of yourself, you are not resigned to just dealing with the modern American woman. But here's the thing. I'm not saying that you got to go somewhere and get a woman of another race. If you're a white man, you can go to other countries and get a white woman. If you're a black man, you can go to other countries and get a black woman. If you're Hispanic, you can go to another country and get Hispanic. You could do that. What I'm telling you is America is not this big melting pot of quality women. America has a way of damaging the outlook of those who are dissatisfied with themselves. And the majority of women are dissatisfied with themselves. Look at all the changes they make to their physicality for no reason. You understand? My chick is Caribbean. I ain't talking about Caribbean American. I'm talking about absolutely Caribbean. Damn near can't understand what she's saying if she don't slow it down. And she absolutely drop dead, gorgeous, dying. No. She's a very beautiful woman with her natural beauty. I tell you like this. If you take your average American woman and strip all that stuff off of her, put her in her natural state, my bro murking her. There are going to be very few of them that can compete with her if they strip down to her natural self. I don't know what she look like with all that stuff on because I ain't never seen her with it on. I ain't never seen her with no weed. I ain't never seen her with her face beat. I ain't never seen her with no fake lashes. I ain't never seen her with no fake booty. I ain't never seen her with no fake tatas. I ain't never seen her with no fake nothing. Nothing. So I don't know. I don't know what that competition is. But tear your woman down and take all that stuff off of her. And I guarantee you, my brother murking her, your other broad, your sister, your auntie, murking her. Because here's the thing about women in other cultures. It's not that American women can't be beautiful in their natural beauty, but they've been raised to cover it. They've been raised to disrespect it. They've been raised to add chemicals to it. They've been raised to add things to cover it up that's going to damage it. They've been raised to damage their own hair, damage their own scalps, damage their own skin, damage their own bodies, damage their own breasts, damage their own butts, damage their own everything. And women in other cultures have been raised to nurture their natural beauty. To the things that they use for their hair are designed for natural hair. They're natural things for natural hair. Natural products, natural items for natural hair. The things they use for their skin are made for natural skin. It's not made for skin that has been caked up all day long. It's made for natural skin. It's made for natural glowing skin. And as men, we want that. To all y'all women that's listening, and y'all think that hair and weave and makeup and lashes and all that's what we want, you fooling yourself. That's why you can't get no man. You sitting telling yourself that men want that, and we don't want it. I don't want no weave, man. I don't want no. I'm not dealing with no woman that wear no fake lashes. I refuse. If she wear them when I meet her, she better pull them off right then. I ain't doing it, man. You know why? Because I ain't got to. Now, here's the thing now. I don't want women to think that we're trying to change. We ain't trying to change. Frankly, don't care if you change or not. If you change for yourself. I agree with that. Change for you. Do it for you. But if that's what state you're in when I meet you, then that's as far as we're going to go. I'm not going to go any further with you. I'm not going to put you in any other position in my life. I'm not going to elevate you or promote you. I'm not going to give you a promotion. I'm going to give you a demotion. See, a promotion will put you into my life. A demotion is going to put you out of my sight. And I know you may say, well, okay, who are you? I'm the best man you'll ever meet. The average American woman, 90% of American women, have never met a man like me. Sure ain't met a man better than me. And I'm very confident in that fact. They complain too much about liars. They complain too much about men who do this, men who do that. Okay, all the things you complain about, I don't do those things. Not because I'm lovey-dovey, but because I'm just a certain quality of man for myself, for my relationship with God. I'm a certain kind of man. So I could talk this to you and mean it when I say it. You gonna have to be who I want you to be if you want to be in my life. That's period. Man, I've met some women, man, who are into all kinds of things, man. I mean, all kinds of things, man. I met a woman with 50 wigs. I'm talking about 50. The woman had 50 wigs. 50 wigs. Man, she had enough wigs almost to wear a different wig every day for 2 months. I started to buy 10 more so she could have an even 60. The woman had 50 wigs. And I'm talking about expensive wigs, man. I ain't talking about no bootleg, crackhead wigs. I'm talking, man, the woman had some expensive wigs. She had about 50 of them. A whole side of her walk-in closet, man, was just wigs. And they was all on the little dummy heads. The little mannequin heads. Every wig was on the little mannequin head. She had a full section of her closet with nothing but wigs, man. And I just said to her, I said, Shawty, you really don't like your hair, do you? Know what she said? Well, now I like my hair. It's hard to manage. It's hard to manage natural hair. See, y'all don't understand how hard it is to manage natural hair. How come we don't? We've been managing natural hair our whole goddamn life. How come we don't? See, this is the crazy thing they'll tell you. As a man, you don't know how hard it is to manage natural hair. We wear our hair natural. We wear our beards natural. How come we don't understand? Of course we do. That just goes to show you how lazy they can be. All these white girls out here, man, looking like they got big butts, man. Man, they be wearing butt pads and all that in their pants, man. Sometimes they be having fake booties, man. They be having fake booties, dog. Get them home, the booty come off with the pants, man. But it's an Americanized concept of beauty. And here's the one concept of beauty that American women forget. Somebody put it in the chat for me. What's the one concept of beauty that American women forget? It's a simple concept. Drinking all this water, man. Sometimes you had to put this true limeade, had to put it in there sometime, man. Just to get the water a little different flavor, man. Had to do it sometime. Somebody tell me, man, what's the concept of beauty that they're forgetting? I see natural. I see less is more. I see natural beauty. I see natural beauty a few times. We're gonna take a few more, man, and then I'm gonna spill the beans. Health. The one concept of beauty that they don't understand. I'm gonna give y'all a hint because y'all way off. They all try to look exactly the same. Right now, they all look the same, and it's the opposite of this concept of beauty. FD Wavy, I think that's what that is. Appreciate the 5 bone, man. Louis M, appreciate the 5 bone. Keep up the good work. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate it. Lil M again, appreciate the 5 bone. Words of truth. God put us, man, a visual to please him, not a woman or nobody else. That's it, man. Put us here to please him. That's it. Archer Engineer, appreciate the 15 bones, man. Breach, salute to you, Arch. JB Raw, appreciate the 5 bone super sticker, man. Here it is, man. The one concept of beauty that they forget. And this is why we are not taking them seriously and making them our women. One reason. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. We all have that thing that's beautiful to us. The thing I like the most, all you guys may not like that. The things you guys like the most, I may absolutely hate it. I may absolutely hate it. You may be a butt man. I'm not. I'm cool with a woman just having enough of a knot where I'm surprised when she take her clothes off. I don't need a butt that show up every time she come. I don't need a butt that always there. I don't need a butt that I see before I see her. That ain't me. That ain't my thing. But some guys love it. Some guys will not deal with a woman who doesn't have that dunk. Some guys like short natural hair. Some guys like long natural hair. Some guys like curly natural hair. Some guys like women with locks. Beauty is such an individual endeavor that when they all try to go the same route and look the same and follow the same beauty trends and wear the same makeup and the same face beat and all that, when they all do the same thing, man, you can see five to 10 women in one area and they all got the same hair. Man, listen, I was watching I put this video up, man, this twerking video, man, with Megan and Sierra, man, and Sierra had weave down to her heels, man. Had weave down to her heels. It literally looked like a horsetail on her head, man. That's not beautiful to me. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, man. And so when you see the modern American woman, man, all going through this thing, and here's the thing about beauty being in the eye of the beholder. You can't see what she looks like when she got all that stuff on. She's not even confident enough to show you her natural beauty. How you gonna give her any rights in your life? How you gonna give her any control in your life? How you gonna give her any position in your life when she's not even happy with herself? Any woman who will not leave home without that stuff on, man, is not happy with her appearance. And here's the thing. That's the appearance you got to see in the morning. That's the appearance you got to see in the morning. And a lot of times, for ulterior motives, the average American woman, man, has no problem with acting like she's into you when she's really not. Now, this woman is acting like she's into you when she's really not. You know, they're great actresses. She's acting like she's into you when she's really not. You're falling in love with the problem. Now, here you are falling in love with a woman that you think feels the same about you because her actions are what drew you in. Her ulterior motive-based actions are so authentic that you can't tell if they're real or not. So you're believing that as you're becoming more attached to this woman, she's becoming more attached to you, when in actuality, she's becoming sickened by your increased attachment to her. It is not having the effect on her that you think it is, but she'll play that role as long as she can. That's how you can be with a woman and you think everything is perfect. And you look up and the woman is divorcing you. You still don't know what happened. There are men who've been divorced for 20 years and they can't get over it because they still don't know what happened. Confusion will keep you stuck, man. These men are confused about what happened. Everything was going good. Everything was perfect. What happened? Why did the woman suddenly just up and file for divorce? Why did the man come home and the woman and the kids were gone? Sometimes the house was cleaned out. Sometimes the woman just took her and the kids and left everything. You're putting yourself in a trap, man. If you're going to love the average American woman, man, you're putting yourself in the trap. And I'm not saying you should go nowhere else and be falling in love with no bras either. But I'm saying for sure, understand that you are not going to find that kind of woman with that kind of positive energy in America. Think about how, if you're 30 or 40 right now, think about how long you've been in the world. When the last time you saw a woman like that? You haven't. You got to be 80 or 90 years old to remember seeing a woman like that. And you was a kid and that woman was grown probably. It just doesn't happen anymore. We don't live in a society in America where women are raised that way. Women are raised to go out there and go after it. They are raised to go get it. They are told to carry the flag from their great-great-grandmother. They're told to go out there and get it to compete with these men because the great-great-grandmother couldn't. Which is all game. which is all game. Because women have been getting money, man, for centuries. At least since the mid to early 1800s, women been getting money. I'm talking about in America, women been getting money. So it has nothing to do with the inability to get money, but it's an easy mantra to push. It's an easy mantra to push because let me tell you something. This workforce has to be filled in. And as more men have decided that they're going to do their own thing, that workforce, those positions have to be filled in. They have to be filled in. And they have to be filled in with somebody who can be easily manipulated. Don't you wonder why the average company in America would rather hire a woman than a man in an executive position? Because she can more easily be manipulated. She can more easily be pushed around. After a certain point, a man will punch you in the face if you disrespect him to a certain point. A woman try to keep it bottled in because she don't want to lose the position. She don't want to feel like she's sending women back 100 years. So she'll deal with some stuff. You don't hear too many times about a dude going up in somewhere about a woman going up in somewhere going postal. It'd be dudes. Well, you'd cross that line of disrespect and they finna do something to somebody or do something to everybody. Death to Beta, appreciate the fireball, man. Church succession fact, never get attached to a woman. Yeah, don't get attached at all. Falling in love with a woman's foolishness. Absolute foolishness, man. Absolute foolishness. Primetime TV, appreciate the dime, man. Dropping gems, Doc. Salute to you, bro. Salute. Let me see if I missed someone. Ray Allen, appreciate the 2 bones, man. Ray Allen again, appreciate the dime. Keep cooking, Doc. That grandma video earlier was one of your realest videos ever. Salute to you, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think I missed Heavy again. I think that's Heavy D Wavy. Appreciate the 5 bones, man. I see you with the 5. Then I see you back again with the 2. Then I see you back again with the 5, man. Big bro getting lean. Salute, salute. Man, trying to get it, man. Out here trying to get it. So let's get back to it, man. So if you love a woman, and here's the main thing, you know, I did that Savage Pack joint. We talked about the Savage Pack last night, man. That video is now available on the $20 tier on Patreon, man, Assistant Alpha tier. If you want that video, man, go ahead and get that one. Go ahead and join that tier, man. It's on there. If you love a woman, you can't break her back like you need to. You got to be able to break her back like you hate her. That's how you do it. You got to be able to treat a woman a certain way when she's in your life, but you got to be able to break her back like you hate her. You got to be able to punish her, man, because that's your corrective measure. Your corrective technique is backbreaking. And if you love a woman, you can't do it. When you love her, you care too much about her to hurt her. You think you're going to hurt her. You think you're going to hurt something. You think you're going to break something. You care too much about her to make her do something. You care too much about her to make her run from the wood. You care too much about her you just care too much. You care too much to make her be walking like a cowboy. You care too much to make her have to sit down slow in the tub. You care too much, man. You care too much. You care too much to make her put ointment on that thing, man. Put some salve on that thing to get through with it, man. You care too much. And that's one of your greatest tools. That's one of your greatest tactics, man. One of your greatest tools. I ain't lying to you. Y'all know I ain't lying to you, man. Y'all know I'm keeping it a buck about this, man. Even women know I'm keeping it a buck about this, man. Everybody, look, you can't deny this. You got to admit I'm keeping it a buck about this, man. And then furthermore, man, if you become the most alpha version of yourself, man, that means you get your money right, you get your mind right, you get your body right, man. You understand? I got a great program coming up, man. I don't know if I'm gonna even do, man, like a course or what, man. I don't know if I'm gonna do that or not, but we'll see. But I got something coming up for y'all. This is an absolutely original concept. There may be the first original concept you've heard in a while. Like absolutely original concept. You have never heard it anywhere else. I don't talk about it because I don't want nobody to be talking about it because it's so cold. If I talked about it right now, cats would be trying to beat me to it. They'll be trying to race to get to it and claim it and put out some content on it and all that. So I'm making sure I cross all the I's, I cross all the T's and dot all the I's on this one, man, where it's authentically a BOA original. So y'all be looking for that one, man. It is going to be phenomenal. It's a phenomenal concept, the most motivational concept, man, you ever heard in your life. This going to be the concept that make these boys buy into the concept. Okay, BOA, you win. I guess guys might well just become the most out version of themselves. This is gonna be the concept. I can't wait to expose y'all to that, man. I can't wait for it. I'm really excited about that, brothers. Let me see what we got here. Angel Ortiz. Appreciate the fire bone, man. Angel say, we appreciate your knowledge on keep spreading the word of enlightenment so that we can gain wisdom that helps us in every aspect of life. Man, that's the goal, man. All praise to job. Doja Boy, appreciate the fire bones. Super villain, salute to you, bro. Salute, appreciate you, man. Appreciate it. Bo from the O, salute, man. Ripping that O, salute to you, man. From the O, man. I'm guessing that's Chi-Town, man. If so, man, salute to the O, man. Salute. It's either O Block or Orlando. Maybe it's Orlando, man. Let me see. How's it going, BOA? All your videos I watched so far has got me through some real time, hard time after falling in love. Thank you, brother. Salute to you, brother. Salute. I appreciate it, man. DB, hey, stay strong out there too, LaFrance, man. Stay strong. DB, appreciate the dime. Dr. Tuition for the knowledge. Salute to you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate it. So, another thing is this, man. The fun of catching a simp to lock down, like a woman, relationships are a game to American women, man. They want to go out, they want to be chased and pursued, they want to meet a man, they want to be wooed by the man, they want to get the man caught up, they want to be princess of the world for a day, or bridezilla, whichever one they want to be. Then they want to be queen of the world for a day with the bum. Then they want the fantastic honeymoon. Then they want to live in the big pretty house right quick, and then they want to do all these things right quick. The average woman is not intended on having your children when she marries you, unless you got that paper. And then the children are just giving her access to the paper for the immediate future. And so she'll try to have them, kind of spread out a little bit. So, no matter what time it happens, let's say y'all have a child, then 2 years later, y'all have another, 2 years later, y'all have another. The oldest child and the youngest child 6 years apart. So if when y'all break up and the oldest child 13, then that means the youngest child is still 7. So she's got the 6 years left on that child. Then the middle child, she's got 8 years left on that child. Then the youngest child, she's got 13 years left on that child. Well, that child is 7, so she's got, what did it go to, 18? Some places 20. So some places go to 20 or 21. So we'll say 11 to 13 years. So when you really think about it, man, after marriage, the game is over with you. That's why men complain about the sex dying out after marriage, because after marriage, the game is over. The game is fun. The end of the game is when you say, I do. That's the end of the game. Then she enjoys the championship for a minute. She get the big pretty house and all that, man. She do it. That's why no matter how big your house is, man, you marry a woman, she wants you to get another house. She wants her house. She wants you to get her a house. You know what I'm saying? She wants to get that version. She wants the whole wife dream. But after the dream is over, she wakes up and realizes that her physicality and spirituality is still caught up on her imprint. She don't really want to be with you. Let me tell y'all something right now, and this is real. I want y'all to remember this forever. No matter where you are, no matter what woman you get with, anytime a woman can be around you for an extended period of time and go without hounding you for sex, she does not like you. She does not want you. She's with you for the benefit of being with you. I say again, anytime a woman can be around you for an extended period of time and she does not press you for sex, that woman does not desire you. And if a woman does not desire you, she does not want you. And if a woman does not want you, she can't be trusted to have your best interest at heart. Because if she doesn't want you, she'll set you up to get robbed or jacked or anything else by the man that she does want. See, a woman will take the money from a man that she doesn't want and give it to the man that she wants No matter how lazy of a son of a gun he is, he could be the laziest son of a gun around, ain't got a pot to piss in. She'll take out of your pocket and give to that fool. Or, in the worst case scenario, set you up to get murked by that fool so she can get the insurance money and run off with that fool. Come on, man. I'm telling y'all true things that happen in this society, in this world, man, but mostly in this society. I ain't making this up. Y'all know I ain't. Y'all know I ain't making this up. Amazed. Appreciate the 5 bones. Appreciate the profound knowledge as always. Stay blessed. Salute to you, bro. Salute. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate it. Big Mo, what's up, man? Appreciate the dub. Just passing plate around BOA respect. Speaking nothing but knowing as usual. Salute to you, bro. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Sazo, what's good, young homie? Appreciate you being in the joint, man. Appreciate the 50 bone sponsorship. Just getting in. Bless up. Bless up to you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate it. Now, here's another thing, man. There's a couple of things going on, man. I don't want to really touch because I got a couple pieces of content coming up on them, man. But when you spend the rest of your life trying to measure up to the best day of her life, you think about it. The wedding day, she's the queen of the world. You can't compete with that. You blow a bag on the wedding, man. You blow 50 to 100 bands on the wedding, bro. You can't compete with that. You'll never be able to match that day. The rest of the whole marriage is going to be a letdown from that wedding. And not just because of the flamboyance or the excitement of the wedding or the expense of it, the extravagance of it, because in her mind, she puts more value on that day than she puts on you or anything else in that relationship. It's hard to compete with that one day, bro. Hard to compete. So for me, I ain't even giving a woman that big old wedding like that, man. If I was to marry a woman, bro, I ain't finna do all that. I ain't finna blow no bag on that. I ain't finna do it. I don't trust it. I already know that you can't compete with that day once you give her that day. You're going to spend the rest of your life blowing a bag, man, trying to compete with that day? No. That day is going to be minimal. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to be a ring exchange, man, with a couple family members around. I'm going to put a ring on her finger, man, slap her down, and that's going to be it. A couple family members around. That whole big thing, man, I don't care how much paper I get. I ain't finna blow. I ain't not finna pay for that. Not because of the money thing. You know what I'm saying? I can pay for one now, but it ain't because of the money. It's because of what it represents. It represents a day that you will never be able to compete with. And that's why a man can do all of that. A woman can have the life. She can have the house. She can have the car. She can have access to the bank account. She can have a black card. She can have a nigga open businesses and everything for her. Pay off all her debt. She can have all that. And she'll still leave the situation. Why? Because you can't compete with that day. That was the first day in her life she felt like somebody. The first day. First day she felt like somebody. And that's real, man. And here's another thing, man. You can't even catch them young in this society. 21, 22, 23 years old, man, they're already ruined. They're already ruined. And in this generation, man, these young girls, man, these young chicks, they wild, bro. I'm telling you, they wild. They'll catch 100 bodies and talk about it like it ain't nothing. They talk about how many bodies they caught. They talk about, when I'm talking about catching bodies, I'm talking about how many men they've been with. They talk about how their body count piling up, how many bodies they piled up. Man, it ain't nothing to them. They talk about it. See, here's the thing about it. These women want to be. They want to do the same things that men have done. So they want to have as many sex partners as they can. But then they don't want anything to be held against them. The problem is, it's been held against men. If you did it like that, women call you a dog, man. Women tell you they hope your wood fall off. Women call you a scumbag. Women call you all that. Women call you a sleazeball. They call you all kinds of things. Shout out to the homie AMS. They call you a sleazeball. They call you all kinds of things. Why? They want to be able to do things with no consequences and repercussions. They want to be able to do things with no consequences, repercussions. And that just doesn't work. It never has worked, and it won't work now. Salute to the homie VAR, man. Appreciate the dub. Yo, big bro, where can I buy your music, man? We getting it together, man. We getting it together. It's a process, man. It's quite a process, man, to make sure everything is on the up and up. So no matter where you get it from, everything goes on the up and up, man. Where how my money gonna come? You know what I'm saying? So that's the main thing. Skull, appreciate it, man. How do you get a woman to stop asking for sex, Doc? Salute for the cold content, man. You really can't. You got to cut off. If a woman wants you, man, ain't nothing you can do about it. She gonna complain about it. She gonna cry about it. Ain't really nothing you can do about it. Only thing you can do to get her to stop asking, man, you got to cut off. Unfortunately, that's one of those things where there's only one solution. You got to cut her off. Or either go ahead and cut it and just make it terrible. Just intentionally make it terrible. You know what I'm saying? Just intentionally make it horrible. A male from day one. Appreciate the 5 bone, man. I'm going through it right now, Doc, but I had to hold strong and let her walk out that door. Great insight to her mind that in my kingdom I'm Lord. That's it, man. Let me tell you something. A woman walk out, man, you caught a break. You caught a break. You caught quite a break. Me, I tell her, man, just go cut somebody else, Charlotte. I mean, you ain't gonna get it from me. You need to find somebody. I mean, you might have to find you 2 dudes to make up for the way I be rocking that thing, but man, just go. You got to find somebody else, Charlotte. That's what you got to do. So the reality scenario is this, man. You didn't want just one woman. If you marry a woman, man, in this day and age, man, you don't want just one woman. You don't want just one woman. And here's the thing. American women feel like you should just have them. They really believe you should just have, even though they're not going to dedicate themselves to being the proper wife, they're not going to dedicate themselves to the responsibility of the position. They're not going to dedicate themselves to the position of submission. And submission is her only position, but they're not going to dedicate themselves to that position. But they want to be your only woman. And here's the thing. Some of you say, well, if I can't be your only woman, you can be my only man. That's why they need to be by themselves until they get to that point where they hit that wall and they just want a man. You got to put them in that position where they just want a man. It's a tough thing. It's a tough place to be, man. A tough thing to do, but that's just what you got to do, man. You got to do it. You got to do it to them, man. And you know what? And the crazy thing is, man, it's not really a terrible thing. It's not really a bad thing as much as it's just not fit for any type of relationship. It don't even make them bad, man. It's just not worth any type of relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth any type of relationship to do any of these types of things, man. It just don't make sense. It don't make sense for you as a man. Don't make sense for me. Don't make sense for anyone to just say, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna accept whatever this woman gives. We're gonna take a woman who's not a wife and we're just gonna make her a wife. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take a woman who's not fit to be a wife. We're just gonna say, okay, well, she ain't fit to be a wife, but we're gonna make her one anyway. You know, we're just gonna give her whatever it is that she wants. We're just gonna give her whatever it is that she thinks she deserves, even though she don't deserve nothing, but we're gonna give it to her anyway. And that's what they really want us to do in this society, man. You understand? They don't want to be effeminate. They want to compete. So the 50-50 relationship is just the idea of competition. Okay, she believes that in a competition, she's going to match you equally. And my thing to a woman is I like to see you do that. I like to see you match me equally. If you think you can, fine, but show me you can. I like to see you do it. And I just don't think they can. Matter of fact, I know they can. They think they can. And here's the thing. When a woman marries you, she didn't want just you, man. Let me tell you something. Man, you got to understand this. There ain't no guarantee that if you love a woman and wife her up and all that, that she's not going to be with another man. And some dudes say, well, you can't worry about who she with. She's going to be, why have a wife if she's not going to be a wife? If your wife is with other men, she's not a wife. She's a scallywag. You can't marry a scallywag and then think you make her a wife if she's still doing scallywag behavior. She's just a married scallywag. Dudes be thinking, man, that you can just, because you think you can just will a woman into me. Well, it doesn't matter how she acts. I've made her my wife. She's my wife. No, you married a scallywag, dog. That's what you've done. Women in other cultures don't want to be with multiple men at one time. They were raised to not be harlots. They were raised to not want to be like men. They have embraced the fact that there's a difference between men and women. And that's the major thing about American society. America tells women that there's no difference between a woman and a man. A woman can be just like a man. A woman can do anything a man can do. Their motto is, anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. You can't do nothing better than me but run your mouth. That's all you can do. Run your mouth, complain, beg, whine about how things ain't fair. That's it. That's how you can do better than me, because I don't do that very well. I suck at that. I'm telling you, man. And a lot of times you got to understand this. So one of the reasons, man, we talk about single moms is not because they're bad women. It's because a lot of the times that woman had a child with the man she wanted, which is one thing. And then in some cases, much fewer cases, that woman had a child with a man she didn't want. So you ask yourself, what does it say about a woman who was having unprotected intimacy, unprotected sex with a man she didn't even want? Or what does it say about a woman who had unprotected sex with a man she wanted, but the man didn't want her like that? So there's scars that come with that stuff, man. And as a man, you shouldn't be willing to take care of those scars or handle those scars that were created by another man. You can't allow yourself to be willing to deal with scars that come from a woman's interaction with another man, because you can't fix them anyway. You can't fix them. You cannot heal the damage done by another man to a woman. You don't even know the story. You don't even know what caused the damage. And of course, you know, a woman's side of the story will always be, oh, I'm such a victim. But here's the thing. There comes a time in a situation where some of the stuff you get out of it, you deserve it because of your own actions, because of your own deceit, because of your own foolish ways, because of your own interaction, because of your own disrespect of the other person. Everything bad that happened to a woman in a relationship ain't always something she didn't deserve. Sometimes she deserved it. And there's a bunch of regret that comes with that. There's a bunch of regret that comes with messing up something that you really wanted to be in, and then you got to go back and accept that it was your actions. There's a bunch of regret that come with that. And if you got a woman who regretted ruining a relationship before you, flee the scene. Run from that woman, man. If she has any type, here's the realest thing I can tell you, man. If a woman has any type of emotional scars, emotional trauma from a past relationship, you got to skip that one. You got to skip that one, because you will never know the truth unless you talk to the man that was involved. And you got to really care a lot about a woman that thinks she has a lot of potential, a propensity rather, to be an amazing woman to you, an amazing helpmeet, in order to be willing to do that. Because she's either going to be the victim or the victim. I tell you, man, that all the time. When a woman tells you the scenario her way, she's either going to be the victim or the victor. She's never going to be the perpetrator or the offender. Always the victim or the victor. Never the perpetrator or the loser. because she wants you to believe that her life is her way or no way. If a woman tries to present herself to me in a way that is her way or no way, then I know she's a fool. She's a foolish woman. She's a foolish woman. She's the type of woman who is so needy that no matter what you give her, no matter what you do, is never going to be enough because she's so empty. Just imagine an empty bucket and you need a bucket of water and you start filling it up. It's a 5-gallon bucket and you put 8 gallons of water in this 5-gallon bucket. Why were you able to put 8 gallons of water in a 5-gallon bucket? Because the bottom of the bucket got a hole in it. And the bigger the hole, the more of a drain that woman is on your life. And here's the problem with drainage. When something drains, eventually you get enough. But if there's a hole in the bottom of the bucket, it's never going to fill up. And the majority of these women in America, man, they have an emotional hole, a spiritual hole, a financial hole, or a mental hole in their existence. And so they're going to leech energy from you in order to plug that hole. In order to plug that opening, they're going to leech whatever they have to leech from you. Not because they're bad, but that's just human nature. It's human nature to heal. So whatever damage she has, she's going to use whatever resources around she can to heal that damage. So if she's in financial disarray, she's going to be hitting your pockets up. She's going to be needy. Always want something. Always need something. Always ask for something. No matter how much you give. True. Appreciate the 20 bones, man. Caught you live. Had to drop by, show love. Can't stay to watch, but I'll catch you on Patreon. Salute to you, Truth. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the Patreon support as well, man. And that's just the bottom line, man. The reality scenario is this, brothers. We have to keep in mind that no matter what we think about these scenarios with women, man, it's just the truth. I'm not making anything up. I'm not trying to tear women down. I'm not trying to make them feel any kind of way. I'm not trying to do none of that, man. All I'm trying to do is give men an option to understand the truth when you're dealing with American women in relationships. There's a certain truth that comes from dealing with American women that you don't necessarily have to deal with when you're dealing with women from other cultures. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real. There's some things you don't have to deal with women from other cultures. And some of those things are the most important things in relationships. Some of them are. Now, I'll tell you this as well. Women in America don't generally want to make the freedom sacrifice necessary to deserve a man who willingly makes the dependency sacrifice. If you get money, a woman gonna depend on you. She gonna depend on you for protection. She gonna depend on you for provision. She gonna depend on you for guidance, and she gonna depend on you for character upgrade to help her increase her character value. She's gonna depend on her. She's gonna depend on you to help her increase the value of her femininity. She's gonna depend on you for that. But they ain't even willing to make the freedom sacrifice. All the woman got to do is not try to live like a free bird. All she got to do, man, is put herself in a submissive mindset, and she get to live a quality life. But these women want that life and don't even want to be submissive. Why would you waste your time on a woman who wants you to give, and all she want to do is take, and never give you anything in return? Why would you waste your time on that kind of woman? But so many men are. In this American culture, so many men are. I'm telling you, man. Let me tell you something. You can find a better woman in another culture who grew up in the house with a single mother than you can find an American woman who grew up in the house with both parents. I say that again. You can find a better quality of woman to be a helpmeet from a single mother home in another culture than you can from a two-parent home in America. And that ain't me making some up. That's me telling the truth. See, this ain't no attack on women. We don't attack women. If it ain't true, we don't speak it. And that's just and then here's the thing. Especially if you're a black man, American women don't like black men. Society has painted this picture of black men in America that it's such a contrast to what we really are, but it's so convincing that even some black men believe that about themselves. That's how convincing it is. So before you even can have a woman on your team in America, you got to convince her you're not like them guys. I'm not going to convince no broad of nothing. I'm not in the convincing business, bro. I'm not going to convince her of nothing. I don't care what she believes. I don't care what she thinks about me, good or bad. You understand? Yeah, I don't care what she thinks about me, good or bad. No matter what a woman says, you're not getting no response out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like people try to get me to, have debates with women now, man. First of all, I don't have debates with men. I don't debate. A debate is based on you and I not agreeing on a point, and we're gonna talk about it. I don't give a damn whether you agree with me or not. I don't care enough to have a debate with you. I don't know how to debate. Because in order to debate, you got to care about what someone says. And I just don't. I don't care if you think you got facts to support what you're saying. Okay, I hope you got facts to support what you're saying. But I still don't care. What's the purpose of having the debate if I'm not going to change my mind? No purpose in it. And so I'm sure not finna debate no woman, no matter what she says. See, let me tell you another thing, man. American women want you to be everything. The modern woman wants you to be everything. Friend, confidant, lover, enemy, battle axe, man, defender against her family, punching bag for her family, emotional punching bag, emotional supporter. She wants you to be all of that. Best friend, worst friend, best enemy, worst enemy, DJ at her birthday party. She wants you to be the lawn man. She wants you to be the roofer. She wants you to be the laundry man, to wash her underwear. She wants you to be all these things. We're always supposed to be a provider and protector. Now, granted, this is an issue you might have with some women in other countries as well, but only those women who have been Americanized. But I'm a provider, protector, spiritual guide, mental guide, emotional guide. I'm the guide of your life. All that other stuff, homeboy, know what I'm saying? I ain't that. Best friend, no. That's why when I tell a woman, all right, shout out, this ain't gonna work for me. We need to wrap this on up. But she said, well, we can at least still be friends. We can't still be friends because we ain't never been friends. We ain't finna start now. If you've done something to make me not want to be around you in this capacity, you're done. Because we ain't finna be friends. We ain't finna be friends, man. Why would we start that now? We've been, one of my lights went off, man. I hope everything still look good. I forgot to plug it up, man. It ain't plugged up back there. Y'all give me a minute, man. Let me plug this light up. Give me a quick second. I don't know why this light ain't plugged up here. This other thing ain't plugged up either. I ain't got none of this stuff plugged up over here. All right, there we go. That put us back in the game right there, man. That put us back where we need to be right there, homies. We are back in the game. We're back in the game with the mainframe, homies. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. So, the reality of the scenario is this, man. She wants you to be her everything when she can't even be loyal. She can't even be dedicated. She wants you to be everything, but she can't focus on being one thing. She can't even keep herself in shape. You can't even keep yourself in shape. Don't even care about keeping yourself in shape. You can't even stop wearing weave. You can't even be natural. I said, okay, be natural. I don't want to be natural. Blah, 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 blah. It's hard to do this. And blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Wait a minute. But you want me to be your everything? Man, let me tell you something right now. I don't like women to be their friend. I love them. to have them in my life, man. As my woman, I love her. But as far as like being my partner, no, man. It ain't nothing that I like to do that I want to do with a woman. Nothing. You know, like my hobbies. I ain't got no, there is not one hobby I got that I want to do with a woman. I don't even want her around me when I'm doing my hobbies. I'm not gonna go play golf with my woman. I'm not gonna do that. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna go play golf with no one. I'm not gonna go fishing with my woman. I'm not gonna go fishing with no one. I don't even want her out there with me. I don't even want her in the car waiting on me. I don't even want her sitting out on a blanket in the grass while I'm out there fishing. I don't want her around me, man. I do these things to get a break from the bro. You got to think about it, man. Think about this. When you're kicking it with your partners, there's a camaraderie there. There are common interests, there's just a common string of humor, knowledge, information sharing. There's a common string. How many of those things you got in common with a broad, man? None. See, let me tell you the problem with the average American woman. She wants you to change. They always trying to change you, man. You hear them talk about it all the time. You know, there's a saying, and some dudes be saying this: a man will change for the woman he want to change for. A man will change for the woman he want to change for. And all them dudes be simps. Any dude that say that is a bona fide simp. He know he ain't the same man he used to be before he got with that bra. Anytime you change for a bra, you're not going to become stronger. You're going to become weaker. You're not going to become more masculine. You're going to become more feminine. They want you to change for them. No man changes for a woman. Unless you're just a piece of crap man. But no man who's striving to become the most out version of himself going to fall off the bandwagon and change anything for no bra. Change for her for what? If you change for her, then she paid the cost to be the boss. It's her well, no way, is what you're saying when you change for her. Man, I'm not going to change for no one. Ever. Ever. Ever, 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 ever? Yeah, that ever. And you know, and here's the main thing, man. And this is one of the major things. But here's the thing. This is a truth, but we don't care. The average American woman wants you to jump through hoops for her. She wants you to jump through hoops. See what I'm saying? She wants you to jump through hoops. For what? What's the prize you get for jumping through hoops for a bra, man? If you're paying the cost to be the boss, that's it. The most important thing in any relationship is who pays the cost to be the boss. If you pay the cost to be the boss, there ain't nothing she can give you that should make you compromise. That should make you change for her. That should make you let her run things. Man, a woman won't have no money and want to have a 50-50 choice in what's done with the money. And these dudes be going along with it. They do believe, man, that, well, you got to treat your wife like a partner. That's the problem. Any woman who says she's looking for a life partner, I'm gone. You only hear that shit in America. You go to other cultures, man, they looking for a husband. They ain't looking for no life partner. Listen, they got to the point where they say, when you find your person, a woman will call you a person. Man, listen, they're eliminating titles because the titles have meaning. The titles indicate responsibility. But even more than that, the titles indicate position, power, and authority. PPA. The power, the positions, the titles indicate PPA. Power, position, and authority. Now that, my friends, is a BOA original. And they don't want that. So they don't want to say husband because your desire should be your husband and he shall rule over you. They don't want to say wife because wife, a woman shall not speak in the church. She said, keep it to herself, then go home and ask her husband. See, they want to eliminate the titles because if you say, well, my wife's supposed to do this, well, I'm not your wife, we partners. So all these things they say, man, listen, if a woman say my person, man, she don't even know. And here's the thing about it. You ain't got to be no sucker and always rail up and tell the woman everything. Well, you said person, all one about me. Man, you ain't got to tell the woman that. Just make the decision. That's the problem with y'all men in this society. You feel like you got to fill a broad in on everything. You ain't got to tell them. If a woman turn you off, you know you ain't finna deal with her no more. You ain't got to tell them. Just don't deal with her no more. If you're finna compartmentalize her into the never take seriously compartment, go put her over there. You ain't got to tell them. You ain't got to share everything with a woman. You got to get out of the habit of thinking you got to share everything with your mom. Let's have a moment of silence, man. We got 10:18 in here. 10:18 is my dad's birthday, man. Let's have a moment of silence, man. All right. It's stuck on there, too. Stuck on 10:18, man. So what we got to keep in mind, brothers, is this. Submission is a wife's only position. And modern women don't even like the word submission. Modern women sure don't like the definition of submission. Modern women do not like submission. Not the word, not the concept, not the meaning. They don't like it. But if that's her only position, how can she ever be a wife if she don't want to be submissive? If a woman can't accept submission, she can't accept the role of being a wife. And you as a man have to place those type of demands on her and let her know, hey, if you can't be this, you can't be nothing. But for whatever reason, dudes won't do it. For whatever reason, dudes will not do it. And I'm telling you, dudes will not do it. They will not press the issue and say, okay, this is what it's going to be. They won't do it. And I don't know why, but they just won't do it. Men in this society are afraid of women. See, let me tell you something. We don't want anything different in America than men in other cultures want. And a lot of times in America, we accept less in return. Like we'll accept, oh, a man in America is listen, and let's talk about black men especially. A black man will accept a woman who has another man's children. When you get away from black American culture, men are less likely to do that. So when a woman who has a child acts as if she has so many options, she really doesn't. 85 to 90% of her options are black men. But she still tried to buy into the black man ain't this mantra that other women buy into. A woman with emotional damage. You're more likely in America to encounter and accept a woman who is still either hurt or angry, or even worse, still in love with another man. Plenty of times, guys meet women who are still caught up on another man. Still caught up on him. And they go right ahead and proceed with the woman. And then wonder why that man is a thorn in his side. Why it seems like that man ain't going nowhere. Why does it seem that way? Because it is that way. And we'll also accept one with multiple sexual partners. We are so intent on accepting one with multiple sexual partners in the United States that these beta male Simp Manginas have started to spread the mantra that her body count don't even matter. It don't matter how many men she's been with. These boys ain't got no God. They ain't got no spiritual connection with nothing. They don't have no morality. They don't have no sense of what it means to protect yourself from the evil energy of a Jezebel. So in America, it does not matter what her body count is. She could have been with 50 men. In America, it don't matter. You see, the 50-50 relationship is based on that. It's based on now, whatever she's done, it's not held against her as a woman because now she has equal rights, equal respect that a man has. And the 50-50 relationship is based on demand without capability to render proper compensation. You put a woman in a 50-50 relationship, it's not going to be a 50-50 relationship. It's going to be a 50-50 relationship in what you give. You're going to give her 50% control, 50% authority, 50% decision-making process, but she's not going to be able to give you 50% of nothing back. Because when it comes to provision and protection, there ain't no 50-50 thing. Even if provision is 50-50, even y'all split the bill, the protection ain't 50-50. So it can never be a 50-50 relationship. And they know it, but they still want you to buy into it. And the women are not the problem. The problem is the men in this society buy into that foolishness. Buy into it, man. All the way into it. What I got up here, man? Keep just saying, appreciate the 5 bones. That's facts what you said about titles. People be quick to say no labels. They be quick to try to change labels, create new ones. Straight confusion. Straight and utter confusion, man. Straight and utter confusion. So here's the thing, brothers. And I say this, and I want y'all to understand this. It takes more than a ring and a song to make a woman a wife. You can buy a ring, drop down on one knee like a beta male Simp Mangina motherfucker. You can do that if you want to. Look up at the woman like she's your queen to be. Ask that woman to make you the happiest man in the world. Boy, you about to be miserable as hell. But that's what you say. And marry you. And she look, and she cry, and she say, yeah. Not because she really, really want to marry you, but because the proposal, being bowed down to by a man, elevates a woman so high. The most exhilarating thing you can do to a woman is kneel before her and ask her approval for you to be a husband. That's what a proposal is. You kneel before the woman. You come bearing gifts. Kneel before the woman. Look up to her. And ask for her blessing in being a husband. Takes more than a ring and a song to make a wife, bro. Much more. Much more. Jacquees Smith, man. Homie said, appreciate the 5 bone. Homie said, BOA, 80s R&B music and 90s made a lot of sense. The music is dangerous to the masculinity of brothers in a relationship trying to gain leverage. You know, here's the thing, man. We say that a lot, but man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Man, it ain't got anything to do with the music because there was just as much music to the contrary. All R&B music of the 80s and 90s, man, was not all lovey-dovey. Isley Brothers, for one, man, all they talked about, man, was that all the Isley Brothers talk about knocking something down. Now they just talk about groove with you. We got this hell of a chemistry. Let's get it in. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'll tell you. They got there's an Isley Brothers greatest hits joint I got, man, where the first 5 songs on it, man, are all about getting it in. You know what I'm saying? They start out with Choose to Love, and then they jump in between the sheets, then they jump in I Need Your Body, and they jump in Let's Make Love Tonight. That's 4 songs, rather. 4 songs. The first 4 songs on a greatest hits joint, all about getting it in. You know what I'm saying? So I think R&B songs get a bad rap because our R&B songs it's the same thing that pickup artists do today. Spit game at women. Tell women what they want to hear. So those R&B songs weren't meant for men to be so damn weak that you thought you're supposed to do that. Men weren't raised that way. Those men who listen to those songs, they weren't raised that way. They chose. At that point, that's when men chose to say, okay, I want to make her feel the way that song make her feel. But that song gave her a fantasy. That's when men fell into pursuing the fantasy. Instead of keeping the pimping on, keeping your gators on their neck. You know what? You know what they started doing? That's when they started putting necklaces around their neck instead of putting the gators on their neck. They started wearing flip-flops instead of wearing gators, putting the gators on their neck. So the R&B songs were not geared to the men. They were geared to the women. To sell women a dream, to sell them the fantasy. Why men bought into it is beside me. You know what I'm saying? So the songs didn't make the men do anything. The men themselves. Because at a certain point, you got to start feeling feminine when you become feminine with your woman. Those men didn't care about that. they overlook that feeling of femininity that they got from being a beta male Simp Mangina for a broad and just kept right on going. And that's what put women in the mindset they're in now. That was the first social media. Just like now, we can see everything we want to do on social media. Are we influenced by it? Are we going to do what those guys do? No. We come to the alpha sphere and we stop giving women validation online. We don't start. No matter what other men say, no matter how they saying, how to like a how to jump in a DM, how to like a pic, how to do all that. We don't do none of that. We ain't influenced by it. So what we got to stop doing is, men, we got to start making excuses about how, no matter how much real information is out there, other men who talk simp talk led us somewhere. Because here's the crazy thing. The R&B singers were knocking down everything. Them dudes weren't even living that life. So I just think, it's a shame, man, that we get R&B singers that type of rap when in reality, man, dudes just simps. Dudes just simps, man. So, but I mean, I will say this. What R&B did, it put women in the wrong mindset. It made them forget about being dependable, reliable helpmeets. It made them just start living in a fantasy world where all they had to do was show up. When dudes make songs about how whatever your man won't do, I'll do it. That let a woman know that you can have a man and whatever he don't do, you can still get all that done. It sold women the dream of a perfect relationship in their estimation, but it took more than one man to get that relationship. And that was, I'm telling you, man, that's what changed. And I think when women change, that forced men to either change or change their desires, man. Not change their desires, but tame their desires. You know what I'm saying? Make their wood be out of control. You know what I'm saying? Take their wood out of the position of control in their lives. And I think that's one of the things that happened, man. So, great point, though, bro. Great point. All right, man. So, let's get ready to slide on out of here, man. I appreciate everybody being in the joint. I appreciate everybody being in the joint, man. I hope I got all the super chats, man. We about to head on out, man. I got a phenomenal piece of content, man. I'm about to edit up. I'm going to go ahead and queue up the premiere. Y'all going to see it, man. It's going to be a phenomenal piece of content, man. Y'all, hopefully, man, y'all enjoy that piece of content, man. And we'll be on King Ray Ray. We'll be on tomorrow, man. So if you haven't subscribed to the King Ray Ray channel, type in King Ray Ray Show. It'll pop up. Go ahead and subscribe to that, man. I know Flims to put the link somewhere in this chat, man. There it is right there. Y'all go ahead, man. Y'all subscribe to the King Ray Ray Show. It's phenomenal. Phenomenal content and everything else. So I appreciate y'all being in the joint, man. Boy, look at that. Boy, we ran about 2 hours tonight, homie. Wait a minute. Hold up. Don't go nowhere, man. Don't go nowhere. So, I know. Some people don't do this. Man, we got 8 minutes before we make 2 hours. We ain't did a show for 2 hours in a long time. I'm talking about this been a couple of years, man. So, I say this to y'all, man. When you think about moving around and doing what you want to do, man, and having a woman in your life, you got to have a woman in your life that fits into your life. And if you got a woman that don't fit into your life, then you got to keep in mind that your life is going to be turned upside down. If that woman don't fit into your life, she's going to cause chaos. If you put your foot in a shoe that's too small, you're going to get corns and bunions on your feet. Your feet going to experience chaos. And it's the same thing with a woman in your life. If you have a woman in your life and she doesn't fit, then she's going to cause damage and chaos. If you have a position of submission that's available in your life and you put a woman in there who's not submissive, your life is going to be utter chaos and confusion. And I want y'all to understand that. So I appreciate y'all being in the joint, man. I see I met y'all in the building, man. All y'all brothers, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, man, staying in for the show. Let's go ahead and get ready to head on out of here, man. I ain't got enough more to talk about. Stretch out these 7 minutes. We almost made 2 hours. That's good enough. Appreciate everybody being in the joint. Famo, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Let's get ready to slide on out of here, man. And no matter what they say, they're going to talk about us. They're going to say, well, those guys, they make this kind of content and they talk about this and they do this and they still call themselves alpha males and those titles and all that right there. We don't care what they say because those just beta male talking. And we know one thing for certain, two things for sure. Alpha's up, beta's down. It's the motto. Peace. Seems like no matter what you do sometimes, your efforts go underappreciated or unappreciated, period. All we do, man, is try to give men the information they need to become the best version of themselves. No hate. We love women. We don't hate them. We just don't take no foolishness. And we can't be controlled by our lust. Those men can, but not us.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
Now I'm not gonna tell you, man, that you shouldn't value your woman at all. A woman does have value, but you can't overvalue her and convince yourself that she brings more value to your life than you bring to hers. Just the protection and provision is more than a woman can ever make up for, man. So I'm not saying don't give her props for what she does, but damn sure never make her feel like she's more important to you than you are to her, because it's just a figment of your imagination. She knows the truth, so you have to understand the truth as well. This is called the abundance mindset. There's nothing she can give you that you can't give yourself, besides a baby. And do you really want one of those right now? Nope.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
You see, the main thing that men let women slide with is shut-uppiness and obedience. Now, when you use the term obedience with a woman, she automatically relates that to being a slave. But slaves aren't obedient. Obedience is a choice. Slaves either do it or die. Shut-uppiness is another thing that women have a problem with. It doesn't mean you can't talk. It means that you can't talk when I'm talking. It means that when we're talking about things that I do as the man, you don't have an opinion on those things, because I make decisions based on facts, not opinions, not even my own opinions, and most certainly not yours.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's